YgoPro here, and welcome to another episode of Magicians, this time using the Performapal engine, which has now just got stronger with Shining Victories full set release, and we have Odd Eyes, the Unicorn. It's a scale 8, which is searchable. That means we can use the threats of Apex, Avian, and Unicorn to the full extent in this more consistent form of Magicians. So let's go straight into it, and I'm, as I said, going against Deskbot, and I start with Wavering Eyes. My turn 1 play is usually monkey board to set up everything, which is quite consistent to do so. Usually Wavering Eyes helps with that consistency. I may hate Wavering Eyes, but in this deck it does help my consistency quite a lot because I only need one card, and that is my Joker on monkey board. So I go Infinity because I have the option. If I hadn't got Infinity, I probably would have gone for Rafflesia or my Jester Paladin. So he goes for Deskbot 3, goes for Deskbot 2. I'm bouncing back my Unicorn now, so Deskbot 2 doesn't have enough strength to beat over Infinity. I don't know if he has enough scale. He does, unfortunately. So he Pendulum Summons, but he makes a misplay here, as Deskbot 3 should have targeted this and not itself. Because he probably thought he had 2500 already, and he factored in Deskbot 2 was powering up. So now he loses all control, because Infinity can negate his face down, I can absorb his Deskbot 2 and pop his scales while it has nothing in the graveyard. So then I can restart my engine, and it's just everything just goes out of hand. He has no way of getting around Kiran, to be honest, or Infinity at the same time. So he tries to bake things out. So Galaxy Cyclone, I'm not falling for that. 1 for 1, I'm not falling for that. Deskbot 3, yeah, that's fine, but I'm going to bounce back your target anyway. So you have nothing left, and Infinity just attacks the game. Well, I actually got a bit faster then, but yeah, Infinity is very powerful. Well, we all know Infinity is very powerful, but if you come with like something like Kiran or Apex, it could just be something really hard to get over. Only decks like Mermail, or well, I should say Mermail Lantian, can really screw that over, that set up over, I should say. And yeah, with this Performapal engine, it's made it a hell of a lot more consistent. And I'll go on to the other replay. And the other replay is against, I want to say Raccoons, but it's like a Raccoon Elder Entity deck. Let's check the extra. Yeah, it's more or less Elder Entity inspired to go for that kind of OTK, but it's not 100% what it needs to be. Not 100% what it does all the time. I think it has some other alternatives you can go for. But more or less, you're going for the Azeroth effects. Whereas I'm still playing my Perform Magicians, but I wanted to have a little brief moment to talk about this new addition to my deck. On Morphage Nortes or Northores. I don't know how it's actually pronounced. I believe the name is actually changed from Nortes though. It basically means sloth in, I think it's German or Polish. But essentially, a Morphage Nortes has Vanti's Fiend effects, where you cannot special summon, neither player can special summon from the extra deck. It can be special summoned itself, so it's stronger than Avanti's Fiend in that sense, but it doesn't stop all special summons, so it can be screwed over by Apex, Avian, or decks that don't require their extra deck. So that time would be decided out, but in main deck against meta like Performapals, this could be extremely powerful. And it was inspired by an OCG deck on the OCG deck list that they released today on the Yu-Gi-Oh organization. I'll leave a link in the description below. And yeah, it turns out it's amazing. It's just literally amazing. So a lot of things do happen in this store. So I go for Monkey Ball, search out Joker. Joker searches out my other Unicorn. I'm going to Ignite Reload, see what else I can get. I didn't get that lucky. I got Sorcerer though. So I'm going to pop itself and Scale to add another Monkey Board and Joker. Usually I would go for Light Phoenix, but this was beforehand. I was exploring Light Phoenix. So he sets up a decent defense. I go for Joker, search out my Monkey Board searching, but he chains Phoenix. I don't know why he keeps shuffling these ones back, but I had to add it back anyway. So I go for Zhanki just in case. I don't know what you're playing. And then he's storming everything. He can go to his extra deck now. Nortez is no longer on the board. So he goes Tantan and into some Cerebral. And then he goes Cthulhu and Instant Fusion to bring out Norden. Sync for another Chifugo, I should say. And then goes to the Azathoth play. But since this is like a Performapal deck, it has the way of getting scales back from devastating attacks like this to the board, I should say. That's why I have a just it really isn't overpowered in the OCG, because we can come back easily. And with Apex drawn, it's just going to be overpowered. I was going to go for Dragon Pit to pop his scales here, but he bounced it back, so he's already got one less scale, and I have Apex, so I have a way of negating that. And this is more or less game, because now we can't access his extra deck since I have Nortez on the board. I have Miss Valley coming out next turn. I have Zhanki if he had any light monsters using his effects. He top decks Upstart and then dead draws a Solemn. Well, it's not dead, but it really wouldn't do anything at this point. So yeah, this is how the deck is going to be evolving. Hopefully I can get some more videos for this, if people can actually duel me, because as I said, most of them are going to be rage quits, and that's really not anything to be watching. It's loads of wins, but that's because they can't be asked. So this is really enjoyable. I am really enjoying the synergy. The actual part of the Magician build, the insights of Dragon and Dragon Pits are being scaled down dramatically. I think Wisdom Eye is 2 or 3 in the deck. Oath Dragon's a 1 of, because I'm using Light Phoenix, which I'll go on to in a different episode. Light Phoenix is actually pretty powerful. And 2 Dragon Pit. I don't use any Pendulum Call because I have no room for it with Wavering Eyes. Which, if I didn't have Wavering Eyes, Pendulum Call would be in there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, subscribe if you did and want to see further content, and please share if you did enjoy this, and definitely like Amorphage and Nortez, because I'm really falling in love with this card. Please leave your comments below if you guys suggest for the deck, or suggestions for my channel in general, suggestions for any other decks I've already played and want to see any more of. Always welcome, because I will always do some more stuff for that if people are demanding it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Matt Durant signing out.